This is Patrick Brennan, management interview number one. I'm here with Cecilia Martin. She was a formal senior manager at the IRS. What strategies do you see yourself using to manage your employees?
Well, I think communication is a key strategy. You need to be able to communicate with them to share what the goals and objectives are of the organization. You need to embrace diversity within your organization and celebrate it and promote it. And there has to be an underlying basis of honesty and business ethics. So those are some of the key strategies. But then you balance that with employee satisfaction, business results, and customer satisfaction.
And what values do you look for when hiring?
Look for someone who's honest, hardworking, who shows a willingness to learn, to think outside the box, someone who has good communication skills.
And how do you handle conflict in the workplace?
Well, conflict definitely has to be managed. It has to be handled and dealt with, otherwise it'll just fester and it will get worse. So my strategy was always to try to deal with it at the lowest level possible, to informally handle it, deal one-on-one with the people involved, find out from them, listen to what they have to say, what they think the reasons are, what's causing it. Then once you have your facts, then you can decide what plan of action you need to take to deal with it, whether it's something informal or if it's somebody who's truly, causing an issue that's impacting the performance of others, then you have to work as a performance issue to correct that. Because if you let conflict into the work environment and you don't deal with it, it starts to have a negative impact on everything you're doing as a team.
And what is your favorite and least favorite? What is your favorite and least favorite thing about managing?
My favorite thing is working with the people and, developing the team and accomplishing things and celebrating, reaching goals and doing what's right. Probably my least favorite is dealing with problem employees, things that suck the energy out of the organization.
And what's your biggest accomplishment as a manager?
Well, I think there is, some people put value in awards or, recognition, but I think my biggest accomplishment was being viewed by my employees as a strong leader and someone they would get behind and trusted. They knew that my word was gold, and they were willing to follow me, even when times were difficult. So it was more, to me, the biggest accomplishment was employees valuing me as a leader.
And also that goes with that, what qualities do you think makes a good leader?
Honesty, walking the talk, standing up for your employees and protecting them, helping them see the vision. So it's kind of strategic thinking. It's also understanding who your customer base is. It's understanding what the business is and what the goals are. It's the communication skills of leading you there. Having energy.
How do you think others view you as a manager?
Fair.
Do you feel that you have learned more about managing people through education or on-the-job experience?
I think it's the on-the-job experience that caused the learning. And sometimes the learning was on the job, but sometimes the learning was in a classroom or from management books or reading books that leaders have written in other industries, because you're able to pull out gems from those as to things you believe in and think would work in your organization.
What's your biggest weakness as a manager?
I have a tendency to want to be perfect, and you can't let perfect take over the good of getting the task done. things don't have to always be perfect. You have to make decisions and move on. But, sometimes there was always a goal of really pushing for the perfection, and maybe not delegating at times as much as I should. When I knew the employees were totally stressed out and there was more than the organization could possibly accomplish, not delegating, when I probably should have.
All right. Thank you for speaking with me today, Cecilia. I learned a lot from your experience.